Not too long ago, we had a new guy join the forum down in Phoenix. His screen name's Ragnar. His name's Larry, but he seems pretty cool. And he said he already had a Panzer III, and then he bought a Tiger 1 mid with airsoft and barrel recoil. And like I said, he seems like a pretty cool guy, and I can see him going down the exact same road that I went down. So I thought, Larry, I'd give you a little glimpse into your future. Now, this is kind of the first tank I ever bought. What happened was, the first time I bought a tank, I ordered two. I bought a Tiger 1 and a Walker Bulldog from a place in California called the Xenon Project. Now, when the tanks arrived, both of them didn't work, so I had to send them back. Now, while I was waiting for the replacements, I was in my local hobby shop, and I saw this tank. And at the time, and this is an IMEX Tigen Tiger 1 early, at the time it was the plastic edition. And it was like $200, so I went ahead and bought it. And then I went crazy on it. I put on metal tracks, metal road wheels, metal shoulder wheels with rubber tires. I had a metal turret on there for a while, but I went back to the plastic because I just don't think all that extra weight really does any good. It just puts too much stress on this plastic hull top, and once it's painted, you really can't tell the difference if that's metal or plastic. Just like right now, you can't tell that that is an airsoft tank that has barrel recoil. This is one of the first barrel recoil turrets when they first came out. And this this tank runs on an ASP, which in my opinion is probably one of the best tank boards ever put out. Unfortunately, it's no longer in production. But this one has an ASP, and the Tiger 1 late. Now this is all metal and got a metal turret. And this also has an ASP, and they both run on the Turnigy 9XR Pro. And these tanks have model matching. So I can turn on the radio, turn on the power to both tanks. I can start this tank, drive it, park it, let it idle. Then I can flip over on the radio to this tank, start it up, drive it around. And then when I want to stop that, I can flip back, and I can go back and forth from tank to tank without ever having to touch them, okay? Now, this isn't the original Walker Bulldog that I bought, but this is an IMEX. I got that and kind of went crazy on it. Now, this Tiger 1 down here, this is still under construction. It's still a project. Don't tell anybody, but that tank has got a TCB and a Scout in it. So when I finally get around to it eventually, it's ready to become an interesting project. Now, you'll recognize this one, as you have one just like it. That's my Tiger 1 mid with airsoft barrel recoil. And I also have Panzer IV, and I have a Panzer III. There's my Panzer IV summer. The winter edition is in this box right here, brand new, ready to go. I also picked up a JS2. As you can see, the Panzer IV and the JS2 both have apples on them. They are both IR tanks. Okay, and then over here we have my Panzer III, which is not quite like yours because this is a Tausch Panzer. And oh, I love this little tank. This is probably the third or fourth tank I ever bought. And all I've really done to it is put on metal tracks, sprockets, and idlers. And I changed it over to the Tigen electronics. You can see the controller for it right there. But I just got a V3 unit for this, so I'm going to put that in there. And I'm not sure if I'm going to run on a stock controller or I might use an i6. But I'm going to put that in there so that I get the rotation, the proportional rotation on my turret, and it's got the better sounds and all that stuff. And then there's the Panther G, which is up there right now waiting. I'm going to probably put an IBU-2 in this one. All right, and then one of my few Allied tanks, the Sherman, that is box stock. That is the 5.0 version of Henglong Electronics, and it's all I've done is just, painted it, decaled it. Had a nice little video on using Henglong stickers to make stencils to paint those stars on there like that. That's actually painted on. And of course, Hot Nancy is a decal, and I use dry transfer for the lettering. And then there's my Jagdpanther. This is and this started out as a $100 Henglong Jagdpanther. Now it's got about $700 in it. It's on an IBU. It's got the Asiatam metal lower hull with metal tracks, metal road wheels, the whole 9 yards. We just went crazy on this tank. Got to fix that jacking block. See where the end is missing there? That was a scratch built end, so I can just make a new one and glue it back on there. But I put in a new, better tow cables and better track cable. That's a metal goes in, and then at the rear where I've got them attached there, that's actually functional. The pins pull out, and you can remove the cables. Now I don't have king tiger right at the moment. I've had like 3 different ones over time, and you know, built them and sold them all. But I do have a Yag tiger. So hopefully, Larry, somebody will show you some nice pictures of some good king tigers, because I'm pretty sure that's going to be coming up real quick in your future. It's going to be a king tiger. And then, of course, no collection of tigers is complete without a Yag tiger, the biggest tank in World War II to ever see combat. I know the Mouse was bigger, but the Mouse didn't see combat. And this tank actually has a little story behind it. There's Carl. This tank is on the Taizhen Tank's website homepage. There's a video of this tank, Carl and his cat riding around. But this was the first Yag tiger to be shipped in North America when they first came out. I got the very first one to be shipped in North America. Now, they were out in Europe about 3 or 4 weeks before I got mine, but the ones out in Europe had zinc gearboxes, and this came with black steel ball bearing gearboxes. That's the difference between IMEX and the early release stuff. So anyway, buddy, there's a little glimpse into your future. That's what it's looking like. Almost forgot the Pershing. Just put new gearboxes in that the other day here. And then along the way, you'll pick up little toys like this one that shoots foam darts. And then, if 16th scale still doesn't do it for you, you can step up to 1/6. Ooh, that's a 250 half track I'm going to RC. That's a Mercedes-Benz 540K I'm going to RC. Probably not going to RC this Kubel, because I've got another Kubel wagon that's in kit form, and I'll RC that one. Danbury Mint Jeeps, the whole deal, man. You're just going to love it. It's going to drive you crazy. It's going to be great. There's an Opel Blitz right there. You want to get into trucks? That's a little beast, but it's expensive. And I'm so mad at these guys about their control boards, man. I burned up 2 of them already, $120 a piece. And all you got to do is let that thing get hung up for a fraction of a second, and it just fries them motor controllers. It's done it twice, once to me and once to Jackalope. So anyway, bro, that's what your future's looking like. You're going to love it. See you next time.